Hello, I'm Sue Shapcott and today I'm in Madison, Wisconsin, and in this video we're going to talk about the correct ball position for when you're hitting your hybrid. In most contemporary sets of clubs, then at some point, instead of the long irons being irons, then they start morphing into hybrids. So it could be that you have a set that from the 6 iron upwards, then you have hybrids, or it could be your 5 iron, or it could be your 4 iron, but either way, hybrids really are replacing some of those longer irons that are harder to hit. And a question I get asked a lot is, what should the ball position be when you're hitting a hybrid? And there is some preference involved here. So if you have a preference for where you want to position the ball, then that's fine. There's also the element of where do you hit your hybrid better in terms of ball position. But theoretically, then you could either position the ball right in the center of your stance, so the ball could be just opposite the middle of your feet, and that means that if you make a good swing, then you're going to make contact with the ball when the club is at its lowest part of the swing, and that's the ball position that I recommend for hitting all of your irons. So you could just do the same thing with your hybrid as you do with your irons. And some people just prefer to move the ball position a little bit forward in their stance, which means that instead of making contact with the ball when the club is at its lowest part of the swing, then they start making contact when the club is swinging up a little bit. So you hit the ball slightly less on the downswing and maybe a little bit more on the upswing. So there's that preference element. Now, the other factor that is really important that you should consider is how the ball is lying. Is it lying up on a nice tufty bit of grass, or is it lying down in a divot, or even just a really bare lie? And that really should change how you position the ball when you set up. So if your ball ends up in a divot when you're playing, or if you're on very kind of bare fairway, then I would absolutely recommend positioning the ball more in the middle of your feet, which gives you a better chance of catching the ball as the club is swinging down, so you're going to hit it much cleaner. If you get lucky and the ball rolls up onto a nice tuft of grass, so almost up as if it's sitting on a tee, then I would recommend maybe just moving the ball position a little bit forward in your stance so that you can catch it as the club is swinging a little bit less on the downswing and more on the upswing. So as well as preference, then the other big consideration is how the ball is lying, and that is going to really be a factor in helping you decide the ball position when you're hitting a hybrid. So bad lie, get it back in the middle. Good lie, just bump it forward a little bit closer to your front foot in your stance. So if you wonder where you should position the ball with your hybrid, hopefully this gives you some food for thought. So all being equal, then you have some preference whether you like to strike the ball slightly on the downswing or on the upswing, but you should also consider the lie of the ball. I hope that helps. Please check out some of our other videos and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.